Good morning. Good lorry. What am I doing? What time is it? Just trying to look at the time. Good morning from Yange in Brisbane. It's currently 12 minutes to 8 a.m. or 48 minutes past 7 in the old money. Bill Quinn from Overheard Productions, and I've fallen in love with Queensland a bit in the last few days. Well, maybe not all of Queensland, but definitely parts of Brisbane. I fell off a plane on Sunday night at about 8 p.m. and that started what I sometimes call lemony snickets. No, don't put it on them. What I call Billy Quinn's series of unfortunate fuck-ups. And at times it got maddening and frustrating and annoying. But I don't think I ever really lost my rag. I turned on the angry white old man a couple of times, and that sometimes gets a bit of, if you give yourself up, or what I do is I tend to get very, very strident, very, very forthright, and use some strong language, as in not swearing, but I use emphatic language, there's a word. Anyway, what I do is I do that and then hit them with kindness at the end, because then they get the message a bit stronger. There's one particular person at a hotel near the airport who now knows that if you've got a phone number posted as here's how to get in contact with us, and if I ring 4 times between 2:30 and 10 p.m. and I get the whole, yes, we'll get to you very soon, and then we're putting you through to voicemail, but we'll get back to you shortly, and none of that works after 8.5 hours or 8 hours, then I'm going to say, it's bad enough for me, and it cost me, and I might never get my laptop back again, but you know, that happens. But think of the next person. Think of the person with the third language being English, sitting at the airport trying to work out how to get to the place that's only 5 kilometres down the road. Or all sorts of, you can work out your own scenarios about what that might mean for a hotel near the airport, the cheapest one around, and I only needed something to stay for one night because I was 4 hours late because I missed the plane by about 2 or 3 minutes in Perth. But there's so many people with so many more pressing issues than mine, and that's not a good look to have a number which is publicly listed. And what it ended up being, I went off shift and the next person that came on, they got really, really busy. I'm going to say 8 hours busy, and then it wasn't until the next day that I sent an email. And that's the problem, is that it's all very well to have millennials, and this guy's 1 year out of year 12. That's not an issue. The guy's very good at what he does. And it's not necessarily an age thing, it's more of a mindset thing. I know we've got a phone number, but I don't use it. I don't use voicemail. This happened to me once in a telephone store in Canberra. Not even joking. I bought a phone from one of those kiosk places, did the whole sign up for the plan, did the whole thing, SIM card, walked away, and then realised, I don't know how to get voicemail. So I turned around, went back, and said to the young woman behind the counter, how do I get voicemail? And she said, and I'm not making a word of this up, word for word, I don't know, I don't use voicemail in a phone shop. Yikes. Anyway, this guy, I noticed a couple of things about him, like going downstairs and he was sitting there with his back to me at the breakfast bar place playing on his phone. And there were people coming to the counter, and I could have coughed loudly or done shop or something like that. And I thought, do you know what? I've got no need to. Those people are over there. They're adults. They're big. They can work it out for themselves. Sorry, I'm getting lost down a whole track of stuff about hotels and accommodation and hospitality. I'll leave that alone for a minute. Queensland, beautiful one day. Where the bloody hell are you the next? Now, this has cleared a bit. When I got up this morning at about, what is it now? Yikes, that's a couple of hours now. When I got up out of bed, maybe an hour and a half. When I got up out of bed, I took one look out the window on the 36th floor or wherever I am up there somewhere, and looked out, and all I could see was that. Not even with the tinge of blue, just white. And I thought about it, and I thought, wow, I'm in Canberra again. And look, Brisbaneites do have fog. It's not new to them. But I'm going to say that Canberrans are a little bit more used to it. Now, I have fallen back in love with Queensland, well, with Brisbane. And what it is something that I've done in a number of places around the country. And I'm doing this trip of every state and every territory. And it's something to do with turning 60 and thinking I've got to reset my brain and reset my approach to and how I engage with the world. And when I've lived in places like Adelaide and Brisbane and Perth and Fremantle, not so much Fremantle, but these other places, I've struggled with it a bit. And it's not so much the place. It's not so much the people. It's not so much me. It's the group dynamics and how we get on together. And that's why I always said about Adelaide. People say, oh, but Adelaide's a beautiful place. What's your problem? And I said, oh, look, when I was there, I never properly engaged with it. And we didn't play nicely together all the time. And I did struggle with the people. And again, it's not about them. It's about me and about the dynamics and the interactions. Because if you're a certain type of person, you go to Adelaide and you go, oh, the people are wonderful, they're amazing, because that suits your personality type. And maybe, definitely I was in the wrong area. I was living in the wrong area and I was engaging with the wrong people. And I was engaging with the wrong social groups in the wrong way for me. And I get that now. And that's not to say that those people are bad or wrong, it's just that they're not my tribe. And if I had been living up in Prospect or Blair Athol or some of those other places, I probably would have had a totally different Adelaide experience. Doesn't mean I want to rush back there and say, well, now I can do it properly, because time sweeps on and so do I. Same with Fremantle. I don't particularly want to go back and live there. I'll definitely and have gone back multiple times. And now I engage with Fremantle in a different way now. And in a number of ways. And I don't just go there for, if I were a bowler, there are some people who do lawn bowls, and I do, but they go, oh, well, I'm going to go to Gosnells, I'm going to stay there, go to the bowling club, meet all my muckers, and blah, blah, blah. And then they go away, and they come back and they do the same thing. And for some people, that suits their soul, it suits their, and they'll probably live a much happier, they'll live a longer and healthier life than I will, maybe. Me personally, I've got to mix it up. I've got to do different things. I've got to do sport, and I've got to do music and art, and then, go up to Darwin and do stand-up paddleboarding and go and walk around the streets at night and talk to homeless people and local Indigenous and do things. And it's not noble. It is not noble. It suits my frame of mind. It suits my personality. So I was telling the story, and this is about take 4, really, to be quite honest, about how I came up to Queensland. I really am struggling to remember the year, which is not really my thing. I'm usually pretty good at this stuff. But I came up here, and I only just arrived, and I dumped my bags on the bed, and it was maybe the day after, and it was Good Friday, and there was a big game going on at the Lang Park Suncorp Stadium. And it was Brisbane Broncos versus North Queensland Cowboys. Big game. Now, if that were any other day other than Good Friday, different set of circumstances. But as it happened, I thought, well, I'm staying out here. Where can I find... Oh, there we go. Sports pub, Fortitude Valley. Happy days. Let's go. Went there. Pub shut. Yeah. But there's another one in the same brand just down the road. Good. Go down there. Went into this sports pub. And there was, was moderately enough people there. Television's on, games on, no sound. That's weird. What's going on with that? Oh, hi. Yes, you can come in. You can only have alcohol if you buy a meal. Oh, okay. Right, okay, got that. Can I get the sound on the television? Oh, do you know what? We prefer the music here. We prefer the music and the television's on, the sound off. I said, right, sports bar, yeah? Yes, sir. I might go elsewhere. So bye. I was gracious about it. Went down, got myself a kebab, big kebab, and headed off and thought, well, I don't need a beer here. What am I going to do now? I know. I'll go to Caxton Street. I'll go to, the main street that runs down to the sports stadium, thinking, this will be wonderful. I'll have an amazing time. I got there and you could have shot a gun down Caxton Street and not hit a single person on a Friday night with a big game going on just at the end of the street. And I walked in, I already had my big kebab, and I walked into the A pub, and there was about 20 people in the place. And I walked up and said, okay, televisions are on, sound on, that's great, good. Can I get a beer? Yes, sir, but you're going to have to buy a meal, and I'll give you a wristband to show that you bought a meal. And then you can stay here for 2 hours. But after that, if you want to have another beer, you need to buy another meal. And I tried to keep a straight face, and I said, could you repeat that, please? Oh, yes. So you can come in. To have any alcohol, you need to buy a meal, and I'll give you a wristband. And then after 2 hours, if you're still here and you want another beer, you have to buy another meal, and I have to give you a new wristband. And it took me a while to work out what that it's about. And it's this. Liquor licensing laws are different because we've got 6 different colonies, and we've got 6 different states, and we've got 2 territories on the mainland, and then many other territories elsewhere. Every state, every territory, some cities, some places, they've got different laws, they've got different house policies. And in the state of Queensland, and I think it still applies, that on Good Friday, don't do it. Don't go out. Don't drink alcohol. You should be at home thinking about the Lord. Because Queensland, my friends, is very, very, very religious, and that might inform some of its politics and some of its mindsets and worldviews. I don't know. I'm just suggesting that that's a possibility. From Woolloongabba, which I adore now. I came here for... I've really not spent any more time other than I've been to... just down there and to the left is a thing called the Gabba, the big stadium where they play the cricket and also the Australian rules football. I've now been staying in Woolloongabba for 3 nights, and I'm going to be here for, I'm going to say a lot of the day, because my flight's at 8:45 tonight. I quite love this place. I love Woolloongabba. I adore it. Not going to come and live here. I'm a bit tempted to, but my God, there's so many things to love about this part of the world. There's also a lot of Brisbaneites who I call the, what do I call them? The beige block colour Brisbaneites. They're the ones that walk around with their heads in their phones and up their asses at the same time. And they typically, because they're a bit right, they walk down the right-hand side of the path with their heads in their phone. And when you walk around Brisbane, especially in the inner city, you've really got to be on your game. You really do. I mean, in some places, I've got to be watching out for people walking into me with their phones, their heads in their phones. In Brisbane, it's doubly so, if not triply slow. So, slow? Yes and no. Look, wrap it up, dickhead. From Queensland, beautiful one day. Yeah, it's coming back to us now. I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Bye for now.